Class.
Yes, yes.
All right, let's read our social studies newsletter. Everybody point your finger like this.
Ow.
And let's start with in. Are you ready? All right. In my community, there are many people and places. Very good. Let's keep reading. Point with me. Adults and children live in my community. Nice job. Everybody highlight community. All right. Guys, who lives in the community? Let's read that again. Point with me. Adults and children live in my community. Who lives in the community? Gloria, who lives in the community? Read it. Adults, you got it. Let's highlight adults. Adults. And who else lives in the community? Raise your hand if you'd like a chance. Trinity, who else lives in the community? Children, you got it. So who lives in the community? Adults and children. Hunter, who lives in the community?
Adults and children.
Good. Trey, who lives in the community? Adults and children.
Tell these people Hunter.
Oh, okay, perfect. All right, let's keep reading. Children go to school in our community. Good, Gloria. Good, Hunter. Let's highlight community. Good. All right. Guys, who goes to school in our community? Raise your hand if you know the answer. Gio, who goes to school in the community? Friends? Yeah, friends go to school. What does this say? That says... Who can read this word? Raise your hands. Hunter, who goes to school in the community? Good, Trey. Kids, yeah, Hunter, that word says children. Everybody highlight children. Children go to school in our community. And let's highlight school, too. That's an important word to know. So where do children go in the community? They go to school. Good. Cameron, look. Children, like this. Like we're patting their heads. Children. Good. All right, let's keep reading. Everybody point like me. All right, read it. People travel to different places every day. Let's highlight people. People travel to different places every day. Raise your hand if you know who travels to different places every day. Cameron, who travels to different places every day? Good. Cameron said for people. People travel to different places every day. Guys, let's highlight travel. Travel is when we go somewhere new. It's when we visit somewhere. Trinity, what is travel? When we go? Yeah, you can travel to school. That's a good one. You go to school, you travel to school. Where else can you travel? Hunter said to Fun Spot. That's a good one. Trey, where else can you travel? To PE? Yeah, sure, we travel to PE. Good.
I know. Miami.
Oh, you can travel to Miami. I'd like to go there. All right, people travel to different places. Let's highlight places. Every day.
Every day.
Every day, yep. All right, let's keep reading. Show me thumbs up if you guys highlighted everything you're supposed to highlight. Good job. All right, everybody's ready. All right, let's keep reading. People use a map to get to different places. What word should we highlight? Raise your hand if you think you know. Gloria, what should we highlight? People. Good. Let's highlight people. People use a
map.
Trinity, what do people use to get to different places every day? People use a Good trying. Look, people use a Look up here, Trinity. People use a Good trying. Read it. Map. Thank you. Let's highlight map. People use a map to get to different places. Let's highlight places. Okay. Raise your hand if you know, what do people use to get to different places? Omar, what do people use to get to different places?
Map.
A map. High five. Good job, Omar. All right. And what is it called when people go to different places? When people go to different places, they are Trinity. What do they do when they go to different places?
Camden, where do you belong?
Travel.
Travel. Thank you, Trinity. Good job. All right. And Gio, what do people use to get to different places? They use a map. Good job, Gio. And Travion, who goes to school in the community? The buses go to school. That's a great answer. Who else goes to school in the community? Trey. Who goes to school? The boys do? Yeah, boys go to school, and girls, the children. Children go to school, and teachers do too. Good answers, guys. All right, let's keep reading. Point with me. Point with me like this. Eyes watching, guys. Point with me like this. Thank you. In my community, there are many people and places. Good. All right, let's highlight community. Good job, guys. Let's highlight people. And let's highlight places. All right, guys, so raise your hand if you know what is in the community. Who knows what is in a community? Gloria, what is in a community? School is in a community. Good. What else is in a community? Raise your hand. Trinity, what else? People are in a community. Great answer. People are in the community. All right. What else is in the community? Raise your hand if you know. Omar, what else is in the community? Places. Good. And what do people do to go to new places? Travion, what do they do to go to new places? Read it. Travel. What do people do to go to new places? Travel. Good. Guys, who goes to school in our community? Raise your hand if you know. Who goes to school in our community? Cameron. Cameron, who goes to school? Children. Who goes to school? Children go to school. All right, and the last question, who lives in my community? Who lives in your community, guys? Raise your hand if you know. Hunter, who lives in the community?
Kids.
Kids, and who else? Raise your hand if you know. Who lives in the community? Trinity, who else? Children and adults. Very good. All right, now I want everybody to turn over your paper. We have some questions about the community. So you guys are going to answer these questions by yourself. Ms. Gomez is going to read them out loud to you, and you're going to circle the right answer. I want everybody, let's go over the rules before we do our questions. Class, class.
Yes, yes.
Class, class.
Yes, yes.
Let's go over our rules. We need to have voice quiet, ears listening, eyes watching, and body still. All right, no talking for our quiz, okay? Circle or highlight your answer. All right, number 1. Everybody touch question number 1. Where are many people and places? Are they community? Travel? Get? Or calendar? Highlight your answer. Where are many people and places? Highlight your answer. No talking. Did you highlight your answer, Trey? Are people and places in the community, in travel, in get, or in calendar? Highlight your answer. Number 2. Everybody touch question 2. Who goes to school in our community? Is it map? Children? Places? Or phones? Who goes to school in the community? Choose your answer. Highlight it. Is it map, children, places, or phones? Who goes to school? Highlight your answer. We have the recording, so we can go over it with him again. All right, question number 3. Everybody touch question 3. What do people use to get to different places? Do people use community? Yes. Adults? Shirts? Or map? What do people use to get to different places? Circle your answer. Highlight your answer. What do people use to get to different places? Community? Adults? Shirts? Or map? All right, the last question says, do you have a question about the newsletter?
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you have a question about the newsletter. Yes or no? Yes? What's your question, Gloria? Do you have a question about the newsletter?
Yes.
Okay, I don't think you guys have questions.
Yeah.
You have a question? What's your question, Trey?
Shirt.
Shirt? Okay, shirt is something you wear in the community. Anybody else have a question?
No.
No? All right, if you do not have a question, you can circle the sad face. That means no questions.
I'm putting all the X's.
All right, everybody. Let's go over our answers. We're going to go over them together. Number 1. Class.
Yes.
Everybody, I need you sitting up. Eyes on me. Thank you. All right. Where are many people and places in the community? Travel, get, or calendar? Raise your hand if you know the answer. Where are many people and places? Trinity, what did you put for number 1? Where are many people and places? Read it. Community. Excellent. If you put community, give yourself a check. So if you highlighted community, give yourself a check.
I got it. Check.
You got it? Yeah, good.
Check.
Put a check.
See,
Good
I
job. Good
1,
work.
2. Good job. 5. 1.
All right, number 2. Who goes to school in our community?
1, 2.
Does the map go to school?
Yeah.
Do children go to school? Do places go to school? Or do phones go to school? Raise your hand if you know. Who goes to school in the community? Travion, who goes to school? Oh, Saddlewood is the school you go to, but who goes to school? Is it map, children, places, or phones? Who goes to school? Oh, it's not map. Let's see what's left. Who goes to school? Eyes watching. Is it children, places, or phones? Gloria, thank you for raising your hand. Who goes to school? Children, places, or phones? Children. Good job, Gloria. All right, so you should have circled children for number 2. If you circled children, give yourself a check. Trinity, what did you circle for number 2? If you did not circle children, you can put an X like this. And I want you to circle children. All right, number 3. What do people use to get to different places? Do people use community, adults, shirts, or map? What do people use to get to different places? Cameron?
What do you use to get to places? Get to places. That helps us get to places.
Cameron, is it community, adults, shirts, or map? Map. Good, Cameron. Did you guys circle map at home?
Yeah.
If you circled map, give yourself a check. If you did not circle map, you can give yourself an X and circle map. Map is the right answer. All right, friends, when you are all done, you can bring your paper up to my desk one at a time. You guys did a great job following along.